Hey everyone, thanks for watching my screencast for EDCI 522. This is my thematic unit that deals with informational text. I built this site with Weebly. I kind of explored all the platforms that were available for the web hosting and decided Weebly was going to be the easiest for me to use. I really like the drag and drop features. I like how easy it is to link pages, how easy it was to embed YouTube videos, link Google Docs and Google Forms. Overall, it just seemed like a very easy way for me to build this site. So after using some formative assessment, I decided that informational text was an area that my students needed a little bit more intervention with. I decided to do the site this way because I felt it would be more interactive for students. They would be able to not just use paper, pencils, and books all the time. Plus, with moving the testing in some of the air or park, and depending upon the state that you work and teach in, students need to be a little bit more familiar with working on a computer, uh, typing skills, uh, you know, click skills, drag and drop, and so I tried to embed as much of that as I could. This is the home page, and it lists kind of the standards. These are the two articles that they'll read that I've chosen for them. And then they will choose a third article, and that kind of gets explained a little bit later on their own. It allows them to research and evaluate articles, and then they'll kind of put what they found together um, in a multimedia presentation. So it's kind of a little bit more project-based learning for the final assessment. There's some formative stuff within these two texts, but then um, the main thing that they're going to look at after research is how an author's point of view kind of affects the way an article is written and what's presented to you. So the goal of the unit's listed below. Procedures for teachers and students, and then the assessments. So after the students kind of watch the video cast, then they'll click on the Getting Started link. This links to a Google Doc. It kind of lists step by step what they need to do to show mastery of the unit. So after they've clicked on that Google Doc and they've either printed it off or saved it and read it over, they'll want to go to the resources page, which is here. And they will click on the due dates to get the calendar. This just lays out when the first article needs to be read and when the question sets are due. And the second, submit the article you're going to use to me so I know what it is. Then you'll have to, submit what multimedia platforms you're going to use. And that's due to me by that date. Then you'll have to give me the guest lists. And then finally we'll present on this day. So once they've done that, the first article they'll read is a big birthday celebration. This button down here links to the article, and then after they've read the article, they'll click on this button, and it'll open up to a Google form that deals with some comprehension questions, and there's a few short answer questions that they can do. Then after that, I felt it was important to give the students kind of a visual of what they've read, because reading about ancient Chinese festivals may be a little bit foreign to them. So to put kind of the words into it, I decided to link this YouTube video that kind of shows how the Lotus Lantern Festival looks even in modern day. Then I asked for just a small submission down here, first and last name. After they finish this article, they'll click on the Hong Kong Bun Festival, and again they will read the article. After they read the article, they answer the questions, and then again they'll watch this video that kind of describes many of the same elements that the article talked about. And again below, just describe what was the same. So after they've finished that, they will go to the resources page. They can kind of go here because now they have to choose a third article that talks about another ancient Chinese festival that they want to research. So this button here links to these. they can click on these, and each one of these little links provides a description of an article, but I made it very clear in the instructions I don't want them to use this as the article, because I want them to learn how to research. So they can use this to get an idea of, oh, this would be an article I'd like to, or this would be a festival I'd like to learn more about, so I'll go look for an article. After they have decided what article they're going to research, they go to the submissions page. And on the submissions page, they'll come here and they will begin to fill out, with the name here, the holiday, and the article URL. After that, they will kind of begin researching the article. And to research the article, they're going to want to go back to the resources page, and they will watch the video of the CRAP test, which lays out kind of how to figure out if an article you find on the internet is good research-based material. And attached is a worksheet that they'll be required to fill out. They rate it, and the video kind of helps them to use the worksheet. They also have a rubric which lays out, how the presentation is going to go. And then the last thing that they'll do on the submissions page is they will also include how many people they're going to present and who the guests are going to be, so that I know ahead of time who's going to be in the building, making sure parents get there. And I think that this, again, will allow them to kind of explore a festival that they think is interesting, so I think they'll be more apt to read. Presenting to parents and teachers and either friends or principals, it's a very good 21st century skill, which is why I decided to include that. And I also wanted them to get a little bit more familiar with using multimedia. So they have to choose 2 platforms in which their presentation will have multimedia. And they can, just click on each one of these and submit it to me so that I know, what they've chosen. And then the last thing that they have to do is create a Google form for the presentation evaluation for like us as the guests who they're presenting to. They need to create their own Google form where we can fill that out and they can get some feedback about that too. The whole unit's kind of designed to take place over, a 2 to 3 week period, and it may have to be adjusted. Lastly, I have the peer review and reflection page. This is where my peers can go to take the survey, and then the reflection will be added right before my final submission. Lastly is contact information. If you need to contact me, these are my emails. And on each one of these pages, I have the Help Center button. The Help Center button just links to the resource page, and you can go down here and send any messages that you have, and I'll try to just address those, with students in small group presentation at school the next day. Thank you for watching my video. I hope it was helpful.